Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am back. This is not going to be a movie review video. This is going to be one of my fun videos that I like to do, and I haven't done one in a while. I think my last one was 25 scary movie opening scenes. I don't really technically count the Jaws one, but today I am going to continue Don't Be the Hero kills in a movie franchise. Now, the first one, and the only one I've ever done, is Halloween. All the Don't Be the Hero kills in Halloween. Now, let me explain what that means, don't be the hero. You can be the hero. We love heroes. There are heroes out there every day saving lives, and we love them. I love them. This is not to be disrespectful. This is just to talk about people in horror movies that aren't real, trying to be the hero, but they probably shouldn't have done it because they ended up. This is just for fun. This is not to be disrespectful in any way, just for entertainment purposes only. Now, in the Halloween franchise, there were a lot of first responders that got killed off by Michael Myers, and we will see this again in the new video I'm doing, and I'm doing Scream. So this is going to be people in the Scream franchise that shouldn't have been the hero, because again, they got cut.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Oh, come on, you know I don't watch that shit.
Why not? Too scared?
No, it's just what's the point? They're all the same. Some stupid killer stalking some big-breasted girl who can't act, who's always running up the stairs when she should be going out the front door. It's insulting.
I was kind of shocked when I was rewatching Scream because there wasn't a lot of people trying to sacrifice themselves in order to save someone. This one might be a little bit harder. We'll just get into it. But first, my name is Connie. This is Talk Spooky to Me. And if you like my channel, please subscribe if you want to see more of my content. It really helps. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you like it. And comment down below which franchise you would like to see next. I am also on TikTok, and it's been scary out there in those streets. I don't know how TikTokers do it, but I am trying to branch out. If you like shorter form content, I have been posting it to my YouTube channel, but I'm also on Instagram, and that Instagram's more for people who want more of a conversation with me. I'm willing to talk to people in my DMs if they are respectful or have any questions. With all that, let's get into today's video. Up first, of course, is Scream. This was released in 1996. Out of all of the Scream, the first one has the least amount of kills. However, there were 2 kills off screen. Of course, would be Maureen Prescott, and I would consider Stephen Orth, the boyfriend of Casey Becker. That one was kind of off screen, but we got to see the aftermath. So we see Casey Becker, Principal Hembry, Tatum Riley, Kenny Brown, Stu and Billy, and then Steven and Maureen. So technically, probably the same amount as, I think, 5. This one will have just one hero that tried to save the day. And we don't even get to see this until an hour and 23 minutes into the film. And that is going to be Kenny the cameraman. Now, what I really like about this kill is that he was very hesitant and he didn't really know what he was doing, but he still got out of the van to try to save Randy. And for that, I consider him a hero. Unfortunately, he met his demise after Ghostface cuts him, you know what I mean? For that, Kenny, you made it. You're the first one on my list of Don't Be the Hero. Everyone else who met their demise in this was a victim of Ghostface, and there wasn't really someone trying to save the other person. Now, Dewey, he still made it out alive in this one, and he would have been on my list had they went with the original ending of Dewey dying, but Wes Craven was like, no, David Arquette, you're coming back. People like you, I like you, and I'm glad he did. Up next is going to be Scream 2. This was released very shortly after the first one, less than a year later in 1997. The first one was kind of a success, and Kevin Williamson was already writing before Scream was done at the theaters. But there was a lot of rewrites, production was rushed. I don't think it's a bad sequel, it's just not one of my favorites. And eventually, when we get closer to Scream 7's released, I will be doing more Scream content. But today we're just gonna do Don't Be the Hero kills. Eventually I will rank the franchise and rank the kills. This one was a little bit harder than the first one. The first one, there was just one. This one, it was a little bit confusing because, like, what do we consider a hero? And I want to give my very first verbal hero award to Randy Meeks. What a sad and tragic death. We wish Randy made it out alive, but I am giving him the verbal hero award because he let Billy Loomis's mom have it. He said her son was rat looking, mama's boy, and that he should step up his game. And Mrs. Loomis did not like that. And unfortunately, we all know it, we've all seen it, Randy dies. I can't not mention Randy Meeks in this video. Up next will be Sydney's police officer security guards. We have Officer Andrews, who automatically gets this award because he put his life on the line to protect Sydney. An hour and 26 minutes into the film, we get that epic car kill scene, and I actually really enjoy the scene because the suspense was there, the kills were brutal, and our heart was pounding the whole time. So Officer Andrews gets sucker punched in the face. It's kind of insane to see that Ghostface literally punches through the car window and just decks this guy in the face. Eventually he does get his throat. And not even 1 minute later, Officer Richards. I really like this scene because Ghostface climbs on top of the car and uses his feet as a weapon. He really got Billy jacked in the face. Ghostface speeds off with Richards on the car, and then Richards gets impaled in the face with the pipe. Through the head with the pipe. Honestly, not a bad kill scene. Officer Richards and Officer Andrews, because you guys are part of the police, you automatically get to be on my list. Now, Hallie tried to be the hero. You know, she told Sydney, let's go. Let's get out of there. And if there was more to this, Hallie would have ended up on my list. Same with Joel, the cameraman. I mean, he was smart. He got out of there. Hallie tried. She did not succeed. And I guess in one of the original scripts, Hallie was supposed to be a part of the Ghostface crew. And that would have been interesting to see. But the true hero of this film, who did not get cut, is Cotton. I mean, in the ending, he told Sydney, like, hey, if you don't do this Diane Sawyer stuff, I will blast you. And what? You know what, Cotton? If Sydney at the end didn't say you were the true hero...
Can you tell us what you saw? Can you tell us about what happened in there?
Sydney, can you tell us how it feels to be a hero?
Talk to Cotton. He's the man you want to interview. He's the hero.
Cotton!
I'm a little salty with you. Like, you forced her to do this interview. Like, you were gonna kill her. It was insane to, like, think of it like that. But in the end, he saves Sydney. Which, I don't think he would have really killed her anyways. Just a little mess up. But a total of 10 people died in this film. And the only heroes that got cut were the police officers. Up until this point, no one really tried to sacrifice themselves to save someone else. And if they did, they made it out alive. Up next, Scream 3, which was released in 2000. 9 minutes in, Cotton Weary, someone who successfully made it out alive being a hero, is the first one to die in the film. Well, not the first one, because Christine, she gets stabbed in the back. But I am not a hater of Scream 7. Is it the best one? No. But it's a good comfort one to watch. Like when I'm folding laundry or I'm just sick in bed and don't want to watch something new. Scream 3 is a go-to for me. It doesn't have to be for you. Cotton Weary, he tried to save Christine. He literally almost caused, he did cause a few car accidents to get to her. Do I think he's the best person? No, but he tried to do his best. But he ended up getting stabbed in the head off screen into that epic title card that I really like. Now my next hero makes it out alive, but I just want to say Cherokee, Sydney's golden retriever, gets a hero award. That's because I love golden retrievers. I love dogs, and I'm sure he was a good companion for Sydney and really helped her when she was isolated. And I'm sure he barked if he heard any noises. Next kill I'm gonna mention is Iffy. So Tom Prince, one of the actor that plays Dewey in the new Stab film, this is 45 minutes in, and we see that weird blow-up scene that doesn't really make sense. Why didn't he grab the paper and run outside? Or something else. Like, why did he stay inside to read it? Like, he could have gone back out and used the flashlight or used the pool light, something. I will give it to him because he was trying to see which person was going to die next. He risked his life to go back inside. Maybe the killer was in there. Who knows? But was he being nosy? Was he trying to see who was next? Maybe he wanted to know if it was him. But he ends up exploding, which is a weird kill in this whole franchise. We never really saw a gas leak in any horror film that I know of. Now I want to talk about Angelina. I want your guys' opinions on this. An hour and 22 minutes in the film. She's talking to the girls. She's not really talking. She's telling them how she really feels. And she tries to warn them. Like, I'm leaving. You guys are crazy to stay here. Her verbally expressing her feelings, trying to save these two girls, but leaving them behind only to meet her demise. Was she trying to save them? I think so. So this one's up in the air. But she ends up getting stabbed in the chest, I guess, which would have been cool to see. Maybe she'll come back, but she wasn't going to die. She was going to be part of Roman's We Hate Sydney crew, Same with Angelina. We're going to talk about Tyson. So he pushes Ghostface up against the wall in the bedroom attack after Ghostface sucker punches Dewey. And then him and Tyson, Ghostface and Tyson have a little brawl. But Tyson ends up getting stabbed. I think he gets stabbed. And then he runs away into the hallway where his epic kill happens. Where Ghostface lifts up the rug, and he ends up breaking his neck, and then Ghostface throws him off the balcony. This is my favorite kill of his. He was also killed in a movie called The Hatchet, and his kill in that was pretty intense and pretty gruesome. But if I had to pick, I would pick his Scream 3 kill over the Hatchet kill. So for this one, he does try to fight off Ghostface, but he ends up running away. But he's saying he's going to call 911. So I thought I would just include him on the list. A total of 10 people died in Scream 3. If I had to consider any of them to be the true hero, it would be Cotton Weary. He tried to save Christine. Mark Kincaid, police officer, he makes it out alive. Dewey makes it out alive. Gail, Sydney, Cherokee, they all made it out. Just 11 years later, Wes Craven's final film, Scream 4, is released to us. And I remember the promotion for this, like when they announced Scream 4 was happening, I was blown away. I was so excited. And I'll probably go into more details in my next Scream video about my feelings on Scream 4, but for now, let's just stick to the hero awards. In this one, the trio is now older, a new generation is in for a treat. And Sydney Prescott returns to Woodsboro, and we get to meet some of her family members. A verbal hero, if I gave one to Randy, I guess I would give one to Ginny in the opening kill scene, because Ghostface assaults her verbally, and she lets him know what is correct about herself. And for that, I'd give her a verbal hero award, because she stuck up for herself. But not really. She gets it in the end, and I don't know, the kill could have been better. She could have been nicer to her friend. But the true heroes don't come until an hour and 4 minutes into the film, where we see Deputy Haas get killed after returning from a perimeter check to see his buddy pranking him. And I just want to say Adam Brody deserved better. And I'm glad he was in Ready or Not, because he killed it in that. And I want to see him in more horror films, but I do like him in Nobody Wants This, which is a good good Netflix series. But then just less than a minute later, seconds later, Deputy Perkins gets stabbed in the forehead in this weird kill scene that doesn't really make sense, but I guess has happened in real life, which is why Wes Craven put it in the film, because it was based on true events, that someone got stabbed in the head and then was still alive after. But because they are police officers, they automatically get to be on the list. For Kate Roberts, which is Sydney's aunt, she gets stabbed in the back through the mail slot after Sydney told her to push it from the bottom to close the door, that way Ghostface doesn't come in. I would consider her a hero. Like, she protected her niece, and it was just unfortunate that she was the one to have passed away, not knowing the full truth of what was going on. Just like Cotton Weary in Scream 2, and then him getting cut in Scream 3 so quickly, Sheriff Hicks saves Gail. She literally pushes her, that way she doesn't get shot by Jill. But she took the bullet because she was wearing a bulletproof vest, and she ends up dying in the next one as a hero, just like Cotton Weary. Which brings me to Scream 5. Scream 4 did have the most kills. I believe it was 14 were killed off, which is the most in the franchise, I believe. So for Scream 5, Sheriff Judy Hicks, 49 minutes into the film, gets stabbed multiple times after racing to her house to save her son. Not only was she a sheriff, but she was a good mama. And it was just so sad to see these two get killed off. And what a good, not only for her was it a good kill scene, but also for her son. The suspense was there. Hers was in broad daylight, and he could have made it out alive. But if he would have opened the front door, he would have saw his mom. And maybe he would have been killed in broad daylight too. We do see another officer down, Officer Clay. I think it's about an hour into the film. We see his body, the aftermath, throat. Obviously he's been slit in a scene that was off screen. And then that brings me to Dewey. Dewey. Dwight Dewey Riley. An hour and 5 minutes into this film, he just had to be the hero. And it makes me mad. He was stabbed. He was gutted. He just had to. And it to me, it really doesn't make sense. Kinda. Like, of course, Dewey's gonna try his best and protect everybody. But he could have done it someplace else with backup. And it was just heartbreaking. When I saw this in the movie theater, I had to look away. But I knew it was coming. I had a feeling Dewey was gonna get killed off in this. I just had a feeling, and I was right. And it was just awful. It was just awful. And I am curious as to what his role is going to be in the new Scream, because I guess he is returning. We all want to know, what is going on with Scream 7? But up next is going to be Scream 6, the newest the newest one, which was released just 2 years ago, 2023. And this one, the streets of New York City. Core 4 takes college. This one almost had as much kills as Scream 4. 33 minutes into the film, we get the bodega scene, which was a scene that took me aback because of how public it was, the weapons used, and it was just menacing. It was just a lot, but 2 bodega guys ended up getting killed by Ghostface, and it was shocking. Again, so public and scary and more realistic to me. And then the bodega owner gets shot with his own shotgun, which was just sad. These people were just trying to defend the public, defend these 2 girls that they don't even know, and it was just sad. Just sad. And that is all the people who tried to be the hero in the Scream franchise. Many people were injured, but they made it out alive, trying to be the hero, trying to protect their friends. You could consider Annika a hero because she told her girlfriend to go before her, so I'll give Annika 1. But other than that, I was kind of shocked with Scream because there wasn't as many people trying to sacrifice to save someone else. Dewey maybe, but he thought the outcome would be different. Halloween, there was a lot of people who sacrificed themselves to save someone from Michael Myers. I'm just curious as to why it hasn't been done in Scream. Maybe in the new one. It just better not be Gale. Who knows? But that is going to be it from me today. Let me know if you guys want to see more of Don't Be the Hero Kills, and if you do, let me know what franchise you want to see next, or if there is a movie with a lot of kills that I can go off of. Again, please don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my content. It really helps. Also, giving this video... My camera stopped. Also, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok. Again, I will see you guys soon. Please stay safe out there. I always mess that up. I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.